Right, the grind never stops. We got 3 tomorrow. I was going to play one of these on the service, but it's its first run on turf on a tricky track. So I'm just going to leave it off because I'm busier Friday and Saturday, but I have a really strong max bet for Saturday. So I'm just going to hang tight and I'm going to, empty the clip on a horse Saturday. Um, we might have 2 on Friday, maybe Haydock and Goodwood. But on Saturday, I have a max bet for Goodwood. So I just want to chill out for a minute. I've had a massive week on the service anyway, so there's no rush, there's no panic. But yeah, get ready, keep the powder dry, and we'll be trucking in on Saturday. Right, bet safe and all that, but we'll be whacking this lad. Right, um, tomorrow in the 155 at Lingfield. Now look, I know I'm a donkey, but I want to take on the odds-on favourite tomorrow. Not that I want to take them on. Sorry. I know them horses, both horses well. So the favourite tomorrow in this race is like Falsidad or Falsidad, whatever. He's been running okay, and he finished a long way in front of the horse I want to take him on with, and he does have that Benos side Layette. So I'm probably making a big mistake, but anyway, I'm not going to back a horse at 8 to 13 when I know the horse I'm picking will end up by the end of this season in a different stratosphere to the horse that's favourite. But however, the horse has a really good 7 pound claimer on board, the favourite, and he has more experience, and he might handle the track better, but whatever. A point win on Havaila, the Sir Michael Stout horses by Laharev, and I would be absolutely shocked. I won't be shocked if he gets beat tomorrow, but I would be absolutely shocked if the odds-on shot in this race uh, is anywhere near this horse by the time the two of them finish their careers. I think this horse was given a lovely ride first time out, was very green. And it is possible, a typical Sir Michael Stout horse, it is possible that they could take 2 or 3 runs. But I get the feeling this lad could take a giant step forward. I think he could take a real step forward. He was dropped in, they went a real muddling gallop, and he was just being nudged along down the inside and he wasn't asked for a lot. Now Lingfield is very tricky, lads, on the turf, so he could run green tomorrow, and your man has 7 pound claimer on board and he has way more experience, and he could just be too sharp tomorrow. However, I'll have a point win at 5 to 2 on the Sir Michael Stout horse. Right, then we move on to the 4 o'clock in Lingfield. I was going to make this a service bet, Giselles Izzy, but I thought it would be a better price. It's 2 to 1 favourite. I do think it has a lot of upside. It's by Camacho. I think it'll be winning races for sure, but the straight course in Lingfield and the sprint, it's not as easy as it sounds. Like, you think a straight, it runs downhill, they tend to race again the rail, and it's if the horse did run a little inexperienced first time on the turf against handicappers, things go again. But I would be very shocked if this horse doesn't win off this mark, if not tomorrow, at some stage in the near future. John Egan takes the ride, and I think the stable had a winner there a few days ago. Right, Giselles Izzy, a point win at 2 to 1, and then in the 820 at Sandown, Professional Widow. I want to go a point win. It's well handicapped off 75. It's been placed in Sandown off marks higher I think in the 80s. And I just think it's an interesting jockey book, and Tom Marquand's got a good drawn stall one. It might take his time a bit. I'm not too sure. I think it has took his time before. But just looking at the race, there's there's a lot to be desired, and I wouldn't really think it's a great race looking at it, and it is a great card in Sandown tomorrow. So from a bad race, we'll go with Professional Widow in the 820. Now I want to move on to the good races. I have no tips in these, but I just want to touch on horses I'll be I have them all notebooked already, but I'll be looking to an angle towards maybe Ascot and other places. So there's an interesting stakes, the Hearn Stakes, I think it's called. There's a few nice horses in it. Obviously, the favourite is John Gosden's horse, Run to the Moon, or something like that. He has a really decent level of form to aim at, but he has that horse as a Aki Naja, or a one in Yarmouth, ridden by David Egan. That was very impressive, and Bolton in looked a bit of an airplane. And then you had the horse of William Haggis's that had a bit of a fight on in his maiden at Newbury, but the last kind of 20 yards, 30 yards, he really got on top. So it's a really interesting race. A Reach for the Moon is the favourite, and he has he's a good level to aim at. I think he might have won a Group 3 last year, but it's a very interesting race. I want to watch it. And then in another race there's a cracking race there, lads. Is it Francesco Clemente and Substar? So I tipped up Substar the last day in Newmarket. I was shocked at how bad he ran, and the trainer was after the race. He literally couldn't believe how bad he ran. And I do think Substar is a horse to keep on side. However, Francesco Clemente, when he won his maiden, I marked him down as possibly top class. So 2 horses I really like, but I do think Francesco Clemente could be the real deal. So we'll find out tomorrow. So he's 10 to 11, but Substar, if he hadn't a ran so disappointing, the 2 of them, look, they're just 2 really exciting horses. Really looking forward to it, watching it and taking notes. Right, 3 for you tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to sit tight on the Patreon service for a minute, and going to hopefully smash them on Saturday. And like I said, I might have a couple on Friday in around 5 to 1. I think there should be. Maybe play 2 of them each way or something like that. Might do a little each way, a double on the 2 of them. Yeah, but Saturday, max bet, 7 points win bet in Goodwood, and I'd be very disappointed if we don't collect. All right, enjoy.